My father had a small watch shop called Rita Watch Company. So behind the showroom, or shop rather, there was one small room where you had planks coming out of the wall on which radio and watch mechanics would sit and repair. And there was one place vacant. So I said, I'm sitting here and I'm starting my agency in Nagpur. So that was a surprise for him. He said, are you sure? I said, yes. Well, you consider the shop, you'll make at least 10-15,000 rupees a month and you'll survive. I said, no, I don't want to be a shopkeeper in my life, because I've seen you struggle. I've seen you come into the shop at 9 every morning and sit on one stool till 9 every evening. 12 hours on a single stool you sit, and hats off to you, the way you brought us up. You never felt any scarcity despite you working so hard. And touch wood, I believe we had the best set of parents one can get. Despite all the hardship, we never felt that we were going through any economic hardship. Yes, they were, of course, nothing was in abundance, but then whatever we wanted, he did ensure that we got it. So that's how I started my advertising agency. I borrowed some money, made up about 500 rupees was what then it took to open a current account. So we opened a current account somehow and started this agency. When I started this agency, I never needed a copywriter or a thinker or a visualizer, because I somehow could come up with concepts and capture them in words. Having gone through all this process, it became easy for me, and all I needed was an artist who could put my thoughts on a piece of paper, because at that point print advertising or maybe outdoor was the only thing, and Nagpur did not have any major professional advertising agencies as such. So I got exposure in one of the largest agencies in the country for about a year, so I knew really how agencies work, and I wanted to replicate that with the minimum resources that I had. So I picked up one artist who was decent enough, and the two of us started doing work. I had a black Hero Honda, and I would take that and visit any and every shop that I could see. I had no plans. I was bad. I'm telling you, a lot of luck did work for me, because today when we go out, I do a lot of training for other people, and we tell them how to prospect, how to understand a cold call versus a warm call, and how to convert, and all these in terms of sales language, etc. We do a lot of training on these areas, but that back then I had no knowledge at all. So any advertiser, so for example, Yashwant Stadium had AK Gandhi, Gandhi Foam, Nanya, they were into televisions, such shops. I would, and Greenfields, there was a Yamaha showroom, Naresh Chandra and company. I would walk into any showroom and try to explain to them what was advertising, because I had to start from educating people in what really advertising is. It does not mean putting a picture and a brand as big as possible in a small space, so we clutter up the entire space, but you are happy that you used every square centimeter of that space. So that is not advertising. So I would explain to them what really good advertising was, how you would build brands, why are brands to be built, etc., etc. To a lot of people this was alien language, but a lot of them found sense in it, and therefore they probably signed on. And we had, as I said, okay, we were different, we were good at that time, we were very, very professional, the most professional agency, and all those advantages, first mover advantage, as well as God's grace. So we never had a problem getting clients. And because there was no good work being done here, the moment we started doing something, it started getting noticed, because it was so different from what was happening in town otherwise. So, and that being at the right time, at the right place really helped me. And then once your work starts getting noticed, you start growing fast. So within the first year or so only, we had grown so much that I booked this office about a year and a half later. About 88 end tak, this building was under construction. I met the builder and I booked this office. I didn't have any resources, but I knew that I wanted an office. I don't know where this clarity dawned on me that instead of paying rent, if you can get a loan, pay the EMI, and you probably will own the place someday rather than giving rent. These are all intuitive things. No one taught me this. I was never good at finance. I would never learn numbers, finance, etc. But some basic fundamentals kind of intuitively came to me. So I booked this office without having a clue how would I pay the next installment. But God's grace, and there is a lot of grace required. You can claim a lot of credit yourself, but ultimately everything falls into place for you and you realize, yes, this happened. And I got a loan from HDFC, and slowly and gradually we started paying the installments, and in 90 we moved into this office. So in 3 years, we had made enough money to be able to buy our own office, put things in place, and at that time, computers were just launched. So I remember buying my first Siva machine, DOS operated, for about ₹1,25,000. Clients were just kind of flowing in as and when we approached them. I had this, I knew running an agency in Nagpur was trying to do your own thing in a well. You were so isolated from the rest of the world, because as I'm saying, back then, no internet, no nothing. I decided that I needed to know something more about brands. Brands was an emerging area then. In fact, back when we did our MBAs, brand was just one paragraph in Philip Kotler's marketing management. So I signed up for a program in the IIM Bangalore, which was a residential program, to go and do this module there. That it was, most of the times people would laugh at me that I was wasting money, spending money going from here to Bangalore, staying there, doing this program and ending up spending about ₹1.5 lakh then at all this. They would find it foolish. But then I guess whatever has paid me back is these kind of things that I've done, which came to me, as I'm saying, by grace. I didn't strategically plan for it or something that, I would take credit for it now. But it just kept happening, and I felt I was making the right moves because someone was pushing me towards the right moves. How advertising agency's business works is that we get a 15% commission from media for all the releases that we make. So whether it's print, radio, whenever we release an ad, we get a 15% commission from them. Most agencies then and even now would part off with some part of this commission, say 10%, 12%. And the client would be happy that he's only being charged 2 or 3% and he's getting his work done. Agency would be happy because they had no major work to do except for taking the material from the client and leaving at the press's office and billing for it. So they were happy with that. We said, no, we will take this complete 15%. This is meant for the advertising agency, but we'll deliver you something which more than makes up for this 15%. So you are actually spending, suppose you're getting 10% commission. So 90% money is you are spending. You should be more worried about whether this 90% is being spent well, justifiably or not, rather than that 10%.